Hi guys, Puddin here with the game for you in my tier 10 Russian destroyer, the Grozovoi. Now, my captain skills are preventative maintenance, adrenaline rush, last stand, survivability expert, demo expert, advanced fire training, and of course concealment. My modules are protect my main batteries, longer shooting AA, faster shooting primaries, longer defensive fire, faster get up and go, and of course concealment. Now, I don't usually play this ship a lot unless I'm divvied up with a carrier or if I notice there are an absurd amount of carriers being played on a particular day. If I notice there's a lot of carrier missions going on, I will probably play this destroyer a little bit more than that because this ship has really good capability of defending itself against enemy carriers. Now, I'm not going to go a full AA build on this thing because that's an awful lot for just one ship type that you're not guaranteed to see unless you're divvied up with one. But this is, in heart, still just a gunboat, even though it gets the 10-kilometer torpedoes that I believe you used to have on the Kaba also, but now the only top tier 10 Russian DD that gets 10-kilometer torps is the Grozovoi here. But with me actually having some sort of concealment build means I can support caps. I can actually contest caps, even though I kind of advise it against this ship. It just doesn't seem to work out, at least for me. For me, this ship is just meh. Doesn't really seem to excel at anything, and it just doesn't seem to do anything bad. But with it really not being able to do anything good except for shoot down planes, it kind of makes it to me just a meh destroyer. But as soon as we get this cap, I'm just gonna skedaddle out of here. I mean, luckily for me, as you can see, we've got a carrier in this game, and they are tier 8, so I should be fine in that sense. Now, the reason I am playing this ship is to try to get the birthday achievement Rush C, which I believe is 30,000 torpedo damage and 15,000 guns, or I really can't remember off the top of my head, but this was the day 1 of birthday achievements, possibly day 2, and this was one of the last few that I did need. Now this thing seems to maneuver like a battleship, which is not good for a destroyer. It just doesn't seem... the reason I went with the engine mod is because it just doesn't seem to get up and go when you need to, and it seems a little sluggish from the start and starting and stop. I believe I had AP loaded in anticipation of seeing a gearing, or that it was loaded from a previous game, because the AP is still very solid. I do tend to play this more as a gunboat, but I will utilize smoke for myself if I have to, but I do like to give out smoke to teammates. Now, unfortunately, this Montana is not going to make the gearing smoke, and instead of him sailing straight, he's going to try to make the turn in front of all those ships to get the gearing smoke he's not going to make. I notice he's not going to make it. I hit my smoke when I run into him in hoping to encompass him, which I do, but unfortunately shots are in. He's already taken big hits. I believe they're not going to be hard for these guys to figure out where he's at, and there goes our Montana. The ships are within range, so I might as well use this cluster of a smoke cloud to shoot stuff. But of course, everything disappears and now is out of my range. That is another reason I go with AFT on this ship. Is one, it does help out my AA rating. but more importantly, it gives me a little bit more range. And I still think this is just a gunboat in heart. But you can see what I mean by it's a little sluggish. Like, it's taking forever to reverse out of myself pulling a Notzer. Might as well try to see if I can get shots in on the Yamagi. But, you know, not 100% sure if anything has sent torpedoes. Was a destroyer in the area? Smoke cloud's not going to last forever. I'm just like, I can't utilize it. I might as well move. And of course, somebody gets pissed off with everybody using smoke. We all get pissed off with it. Just deal with it. Of course, this is, I believe, a weekend game, so accusations are flying everywhere, pretty much at everybody throughout this game. But we got C. I don't agree with the, somebody went to A, got A, great. I can't remember who it was, but if it was a Kaba, good. We're forcing them to have to do something. We don't have to make the moves they do. Now, unfortunately, something is getting on A, which means we're not getting those points, but it's still tying up a ship, even though it's still tying up one of ours. See the gearing, I might as well shoot. The guy stops, starts, stops. I have no idea what the hell this guy is doing, other than just annoying me by making my first couple salvos miss. But I'm eventually going to get on target on this guy, and he's just going to die because I believe he blew his smoke cloud and he sailed out of it, and he's just trying to reverse into it. And you know what? If that happens, you're better off just going forward. And as you can see, I did have a fire and it stuck. He realized his mistake too late, and he started realizing he just needed to go forward. Like I said, this is more of a gunboat than a torpedo boat, even though it has workable torpedoes with concealment. So, I'm just going to let loose with this guy. I really don't need to worry about, per se, him shooting back. But I did stop shooting because, you know what? I can go stealth. Get on cap, maybe send torps at this guy, and get the torp damage that I was looking for. But the reason I sailed in a straight line was, if that guy had taken a shot, I would have been able to turn and dodge it. If he was holding his shot waiting for me to turn, obviously I wasn't going to turn until he shot. But at this point, I'm just using the torpedo. I switched to the torpedo, so he's not 100% sure on when I launch these things. It's a trick I've been starting to do, because if you all know, I run priority target in my battleship, and as soon as I see the number drops by one, I know a destroyer has dropped torpedoes. Now, I'm trying to be careful a little bit of not torping our hipper that is behind me, but at last, these torps are spotted because of the catapult plane, I believe it is. But it is going to force this guy to go broadside to the hipper, and if the hipper has any sort of intelligence, he will understand German AP on cruisers is real. Now, I do want to get this cap, which is some of the reason why I smoked up. I wasn't too worried about the planes, but I didn't want the planes to reset me. As you can see, I'm still reversing. I'm pretty much going to stop right when I get about 3 seconds left on the smoke timer. Just going to sit here. I'm not worried about any torpedoes coming in at me. Now, the other thing is, you will not see me manually select aircraft. It does not show in the replay, but every aircraft, for the most part, I do manually select. Like, I'm selecting these dive bombers. If you see some weird camera movement, it's me trying to manually select aircraft, because if you don't know, you get a small bonus to manually selecting aircraft instead of just letting your AA go. It's not as huge as manual AA, but any bonus is good bonus. I believe it's 30%. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, the more you can manually select stuff, the better off you are. I'm on my smoke cloud. I'm not 100% sure if I got the gun damage at this point. I'm thinking, let me get some more gun damage. I didn't know if fires affect this achievement or not. Now, I see the enemy fighters. I immediately selected them for my AA, and I actually will use defensive fire on fighters to help out my friendly carrier a little bit more than strike craft, unless of course the stuff is striking me. Then hey, you know what, CV, I've tried to help you out, but I need to live because I'll be no help at all that way. Still pumping rounds into this Montana, and at this point is when I want to, is really when I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, why am I shooting? Let me, I switched AP, which was the right call because it was broadside. I'm going to switch back to AG, but really what I'm thinking is, wow, I'm such a dumbass. I need to just YOLO this guy and hit him with torpedoes. He dodges the Hipper's one side, but of course our Hipper is going to turn around and get the other set, which is going to stop me, which makes me stop kind of shooting. At this point, I'm like, okay, Hipper, if you would have just kept going behind the island, I could have killed this guy. You could have lived, It is what it is, but I was expecting to see the Montana's broadside, which is why I had AP, but the Montana's doing the right thing. Just driving a straight line away, and I end up APing a Montana that was bow and lulls for the win. See the enemy destroyer, and I'm like, I don't care. I need torpedo hits. There's only one ship left that I could possibly get this stupid torpedo damage done, because this, I think, was my 4th or 5th attempt. Half the reason I don't like this ship is because it doesn't have... to me, these torpedoes just don't seem workable. They're slow. They're easy to avoid. Now, while they may have good detection, most things are going to spot it before, and because they're so slow, you just don't seem to get the torpedoes unless you do a YOLO rush. I popped my defensive fire because I thought the carrier was going to drop on me, but you know what? I saved the Montana, yay. If not, whatever. At this point, I'm thinking, God, we need somebody on our team to die because I need more time to get to this Montana, because I'm thinking, screw you, Shimmy, and your goddamn torpedoes that are probably going to delete him and take away what I'm trying to accomplish. Now, I know you guys are hearing a lot of me, but right now I am trying to play a little bit more selfish. This is something I do not normally do unless I have missions going on, but I will always play for the win. The win is more important to me than getting a stupid mission. I'm gonna start shooting this guy because, I'm not expecting to die. I'm hoping to get a fire. One torp hits. I waited for the second one for me to be broadside because he's not dodging these. Boom. Birthday achievement, rush C, thank God, and I lived. This is not a typical game for me in my Grozovoi, because usually what I've turned my Grozovoi into is hunting down and killing other destroyers. Now, while those games may not net me a lot of experience or a lot of damage and excitement, it actually nets me really decent experience because, well, most people just let destroyers go for whatever stupid reason. Whenever I'm playing this ship, they just ignore the DDs. Now I'm thinking, well, I'm on 3 kills. Do I go for this cap or do I try, you know, try for the carrier? Now at this point, I'm in La La Land. I ain't paying attention. Not even giving a care in the world. Just trying to make up what I'm gonna do. But well, it's a DD. I'm gonna shoot it because I really don't care if I get reset. Manually selecting planes for my AA to shoot. I'm gonna focus the more health over the low health planes because more bombers. But I do believe I'm going to get the kill on this destroyer. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have enough time to go get the Kraken. But now, guys, we're just going to check out the post-battle results. 108,000 damage. 4 ships sank, and with the 3 caps I got, #1 on the team with base experience of 1900. Here is the money screen. It is what it is. Enjoy it. 108 damage in total. 37,000 coming from main battery. 26 of that high explosive. 11,000 of that armor piercing. 46,000 from the torpedoes. And combined flooding and firing of 24,000 damage. I think it okay-ish damage upon spotting. I really wish they would fix that. You're just not rewarded for damage upon spotting, which is why I don't really focus on it unless I'm playing a Japanese destroyer or I'm smoking up teammates. But my potential damage could have been a little bit higher. After all, I'm a Russian gunboat. Well, I do not have the speed boost like the Kaba. Still getting people to shoot at me and missing is a good thing. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. I know it's been a while since we've shown a Grozovoi. It's just because most of us just don't play it. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video on Sunday. I hope you guys give us your feedback on that. Remember to compliment good teamwork, good team plays. We're quick to report, slow to compliment. Please keep sending in your replays. We do enjoy seeing them. The email for that is in the description down below. We do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. Hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.